and so on and so forth. But I mean, for me, it does feel that way. Like for Detroit, and we just finished talking about Green Bay. For Detroit, I would hate to see. I'd like to see Rodgers go out with one last shot in the playoffs. Hopefully, it doesn't come up small again. But I love to see Rodgers. Detroit, again, apologies to the Motor City, to the D. I'm okay, as much as I love Detroit's story, if Detroit doesn't make it. But more than anything, for me, I know you want to, we talked about the clinching teams a little bit in the last segment.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, whose Giants clinched yesterday, and Geno Smith, whose Seahawks are still in the hunt. Those two, man, I'm always sentimental. I look to sports. A lot of people look at sports for different reasons. Some people look to sports for a distraction. Some people look to sports for a sense of belonging and community. Some people's very identity is rooted in sports. I look to sports and sports stories for inspiration. And I mean, the quote of the year, as we know, is Geno Smith's "They wrote me off, but I ain't right back," though. That's still the quote of the year.
Okay. There it is.
But he got
unlike the Giannis quote, you got that one right.
I got that one right.
I was waiting.
I got that one right.
I was waiting to see if I needed to correct it, but you got it. It's perfect.
But Daniel Jones, I mean, his own organization for all intents and purposes, by not picking up the final year of his rookie deal, wrote him off. Now, reportedly, they're interested in writing him a new check for a new contract. So I would say, and Seattle's the same as Detroit in many respects. In terms of they got a bright future. Nailed this rookie class, got these draft picks from, the trade, since we're bringing up old stuff, the trade that I seem to recall being on a certain show that I appear on once in a while with you and your regular co-host Jim Trotter, and both of y'all trying to tell me that the Seahawks blew the Russell Wilson trade. Yeah, how's that working out for you now? Anyway,
I didn't even comment on that. I didn't even comment on that trade. I don't remember. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. And you know what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Since most of our stuff disappears into the ether anyway, we don't have an archive. We can't pull it up, but I remember.
I'm safe.
I remember the hardcore viewers remember who said that the Seahawks nailed that trade. But I digress.
Don't you love people who say stuff like this? I remember it differently than you do.
Yeah. Different version of events.
All right, go ahead.
But no, I'm done. I'm looking at these last teams, these great stories, whether it's the Giants, whether it's the Seahawks, whether it's the Lions. It's like somebody got to go home. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
Can I go?
It will be fun to see Seattle in there, and Geno Smith in particular. But go ahead.
Can I be hyperbolic
Jared Goff's
here
the
for a
same
second?
way. Be hyperbolic, yes.
Just for a second. So go back to Detroit. I love what they're
doing. Jared Goff.
I love what they're doing and how they built it from the start. I mean, it's not just, I'm on board this year. Going back to last year, I love what they did, taking Penei Sewell, and he fell to them, and that's who they wanted. So you can make the argument in the last two drafts, I'd say 6 players. They've gotten 3 of the best 6 players available in the last 2 drafts, and they've kind of fallen into. They made one of them happen. Penei Sewell. Okay, Sewell, Hutchinson, and they get really aggressive with Jamison Williams. They come way back into the draft. They go back up to 12.
I thought you were going to say Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round.
And that's another one. And then Houston, the kid, defensive end
from Jackson State,
he's not their Aiden Hutchinson, who's been a playmaker, picking up fumbles and interceptions all the time.
Who knew they were drafting a defensive back with the 2nd overall pick? But go ahead.
Yeah, and then Houston leads them in sacks, and he's got 6 sacks in the last 8 weeks. I mean, they're doing
Jackson
a lot
State's
of things. But here's the hyperbole. They've gotten a coach that everybody has bought into in Dan Campbell. He's assembled a tremendous staff. The front office has done a wonderful job. But here's my hyperbole.
I'm just remembering you clowning him after his initial kneecaps press conference. I remember that as well. But okay.
First of all,
he grew on you. You don't remember none of that. You don't remember none of that.
Do you remember me talking to you about Brad Holmes and bragging about Brad Holmes and how he's done a good job there too? You remember? You don't remember that? You don't remember me talking about that? Anyway.
I remember. Brad Holmes is the homie.
Here's a hyperbole. I'm gonna tell you who they remind me of. The Lions at this stage of their development. This is going to look. It's the Seahawks. When Pete Carroll first got there, they were going in the right direction. They weren't ready yet. One year they won a division. I think they were 7-9. Russell wasn't there yet, but they were. You can see they were building something. I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, they're building something here. It's gonna be really good. So they remind me of a young, like pre-Super Bowl Seahawks figuring it out, and they also remind me. Oh, this is where I'm gonna get in trouble. Jimmy Johnson, when he first got the Cowboys and turned them over.
You said 7-9. So so 89, they went 1-15. 90, they went 7-9. That's when I started feeling them. 91, they went 11-5. 92, they won a Super Bowl. 93, they won.
You could feel it. You could feel it. I'm telling you,
just the Jared Goff.
Come on, Detroit.
But
it's there.
Listen,
it's there.
I could sit up here and say how much I told you so, and I can give you grief and all that kind of stuff. But when they took back Jared Goff from the Rams, nobody, and I mean nobody, I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knew whether the stock was going up, down, sideways, or in circles. Least of all us.
See, you remember, you got selective memory. Now you got selective memory.
I didn't see Jared Goff doing this. I'm saying I didn't see it.
Oh, but I was waiting for you to give me my props.
You know what? Wait, you're right. Hold on.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
All right.
But see, because the Rams won the Super Bowl with Matt Stafford and were clearly better with Matt Stafford, I didn't think you would pull that take out your ass. But yes, you were a defender of Jared Goff when everybody else was crapping on Jared Goff and saying that the Rams were winning in spite of Jared Goff. You were like, no, he took them to a Super Bowl. He deserved more respect. And yes, you're right. There was a moment yesterday, Michael, I don't know what he said, and maybe he shared it. I doubt that he did. He shared it. And I just missed it. Geno Smith had a long moment with Zach Wilson, and I ain't saying Zach Wilson is salvageable. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. But what I do know is that, there is a club of quarterbacks right now. Geno, just in the NFC, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, and Jared Goff, who we wrote them off and they ain't right back. And they're all in the playoff mix right now. So I'm inspired.
I like that.
I'm inspired.
And
I get inspired when I see people tell them what they are and what they can't do and what they won't be come full circle.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.